everybody.
Hola.
It's Sunday. I didn't check her camera, not this one. See, look at that. There's all kinds of things all wonky over there. Sorry, y'all. How's everybody doing? Good morning. Also, not doing what I wanted to do. I'm waiting for her to just turn around and, participate.
Oh.
Yeah,
Sorry. Yes.
It's like I can turn the thing on and then she starts wandering off on me. Anyway, hello, Arty friends. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, I do not know that you're here. We like to know that you are here because we're an Arty-friendly bunch of folks. Trying to brighten her up. She looks dark.
Sometimes I am.
I know.
My buttons are pulling down my neckline here.
She's not used to the weight being attached.
But I love the sound.
Yeah.
Yesterday I had this on and I had earrings that hit on these.
Yeah? Did you like that?
No, not much.
Okay. Anyway, this is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together
we are PM Artist Studio.
Like I said, do say hello in the chat because I'm going to hello you. If you haven't given those thumbsy upsies, if you would please, this is a perfect time to do it. Just get it out of the way. If you aren't sure, no worries. Hang out for a minute.
Yeah.
We'll ask the gig again. I mean, I might. Some days I'm better about that than others.
Time bien.
Just, I want this to be messy and hope, like, I like it when I have the little,
It's just,
there.
you need to
better.
use a different product.
She keeps saying that. I don't think that's true. All right, we've got Ann Webb. Anthony is here. Apple May, that's April. Becky's here. Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. Darcy, Eddie, Elizabeth, Ellen, Gerald, that's Jerry. Porter Papercrafts, that's Mimi. Your letter arrived. I cried.
I did.
Thank you.
I cried
we
also.
love you. You are so awesome. Thank you. That's all I got to say about them.
And you notice my earrings today.
Yes.
Did you notice how I fixed the goddesses?
I did, and they go so well with the hat.
I know. I'm trying to get them on earrings, but I don't have jump rings that are
big enough for
big
them.
enough.
Okay.
The ones I have are too little.
All right, we got Jennifer McKinnon, Jennifer's Dog Life, Jenny, Joanne, Carla, Lexi, Mad is Sunny, Margie's here. Margie, you did such a beautiful job, and thank you. We are honored that you read my thing from, a couple.
Yes.
Last week. No, it
we
seems
are.
like a month ago, but it was just 2 weeks.
I kept waiting for you to whip out your crocheting because I saw all that yarn around the edges. Some of it I coveted.
Well, that's a different day, and they do it. She has a whole yarn group of people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll have to check that out because
Marsha Markle's here. Panka, Susan Dufresne, and Lizzie Jean. If I missed you, give me some extra pinky. Hello, Hands. Hello, Ellen. Hello, Dawn. And I will make sure I get you helloed. Now.
All helloed up.
I have to show y'all something because my baby wanted me to show you. She's been working very hard on this. She has found some things on the, on the YouTube. Which, I don't know. Very conflicted about some of this, but it's the world we live in, and I'm doing the best I can to work through it.
Embracing it.
Somewhat, yeah.
Now, see, this is where some of this weird stuff on my thing is coming from. See that? It's peeling off of my tape here. And it gets caught on. See that?
Yeah, it's a real situation over there.
It is.
Hey, Tegan! Oh my gosh. And in the books, I caught this one. She was supposed to be working, and she was oohing and awing at her book. But that's,
yeah,
to be expected.
Pretty par for the course.
But I was like, hey, lady, I need packets, so you need to stop oohing and awing. You can do that later. Okay, so here, look at this. She put down that it has flock. And by the way, did you know that flocked comes on like sticker paper? Something I need to explore, I think. For some other situations.
Wow, I don't know how I've lived
But she
that
colored
in
it,
my life.
And then because she was so good and she cleaned up her table and all of this other, I told her that we weren't getting anything that, any tails or anything until we knew, because let me tell you, there was lots of discussion regarding the colors and things that were going to be chosen for the mask. I was like, we're not ordering a tail and then all of a sudden it doesn't match. But then look, She is so excited. Like, I cannot tell you. Like,
she's working on her animalistic movements, and
Yes.
it's just so hilarious. Because we have to go, I mean, you know, she has a captive audience, right? She's never at a loss for that. Bless her heart. As an only child.
Yeah.
If you had 3 of those, it would just wear you down. You'd have a whole different attitude about that.
Well, I think they'd run in a little pack. You have to order more tails.
Serious.
She got her buddy Remy over here, and he really, boy, she was very bossy. I kind of wanted to come in and be like, dude, I don't think he's going to be part of your pack if you keep, you know, just barking out the orders.
He doesn't.
She might have learned that somewhere.
He has practice though, because he's got 2 older sisters.
That's true. He's very comfortable in the situation.
In the female realm of, you know, taking. Yeah.
Yeah. Because
he'll make a good husband. Because he already knows about that.
Anyway, so all right, okay, we've got. Let's see here. Who else is joining us? Christy Hartman. Hello, and Ingrid. Let's see. Who else is coming in here? Oh, hey, Lord, Paulin and Nina. Hello.
I'm just going through my papers back here like I did with Joshy the other day.
Becky would like us to flip through the books again. Maybe we do, because we didn't really spend a good.
No.
Let's do that. I'm good with that.
I'm good with that. I'm just, you know, messing about here. I don't have a.
Oh my gosh, that is so cute.
Agenda.
Look at what she did. So I glued in. Sorry. Because the little meshy things that go over the eyeballs. But I guess it wasn't. It was rough.
Rubbing on her.
So she came back through. I'm telling you, that baby, I love her. Oh, that makes me so happy. I didn't have to get involved in this.
And I upset her early on, so I.
Yeah, she is. You kind of are on her S list because she says that you just are not.
So, but my objections were valid, and she listened to me. She didn't like it.
That's usually how these things go.
But you know, you can just tiptoe around so long before you.
Jerry's granddaughter's into this. Yeah, the Therian thing. They you know, meet up and run through the woods and whatnot.
I don't have a problem with it. I think it's
kind of. I said, well, do you guys call each other like LARPers? She's like, no, I don't. What does that even mean? I said, well, you know, like live action role play. Because there's people that get together and do like, you know, medieval stuff and LARP
and war battles
and I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
There's the whole Renaissance fair, people getting together and pretending to live in medieval times.
I think
they kind of smell like it too. I don't know if y'all been to a Ren fair. Not a lot of deodorant is being used. I'm big on smell.
Especially in Texas.
I think after a while you get used to it, but
yeah.
Yeah, the Ren Fair here in Texas is, well, they usually have it like early. They don't carry it through the summer all the way through. Like they move to a different one because they travel around. The people I think that put them on.
Yeah. I know Margie and Rory did a really great costume thing one time.
Lori Paul has one too. She practices quite often. Oh yeah, I know. Izzy's practicing on the couch. I thought I was gonna be one of those parents that, you know, we could never run around on the couch. I don't care. Really, seriously, we don't have anybody coming over.
Yeah, and the couch doesn't get used for much else since nobody knows how to turn on the television.
That's true. I'm learning all kinds of things about us.
That's a nice. I'm glad you went overhead before I do have this laying out here that.
Right, we're gonna go through the books. I gotta take this. I was told that as soon as it was shown, she needed it back because, like, she sits there and she watches her iPad through. Pets her tail, and then every once in a while she'll out round and you hear, you know,
thump, thump,
thump, thump, thump, thump. She's like, watch my jump.
Yeah. And when she comes up with a new one, you know, even if it's just like one small little difference in the routine or whatever, we have to watch. So I go over to the railing and I watch her
from above.
We need to be. This could be like
Carla just wants to get with people to gel print. Hey, we're gonna do this thing on, and they moved it closer. I'm very excited. It's in Bedford now. I mean, it's not like it saves us about 30 minutes or so.
That's That's something.
Well, it's an hour.
I want to know what we're supposed to bring to this.
Oh, they're excited. Because I'm since they sent the thing about the movement of the place, I replied back to her and I said, hey, we have a bunch of paints and probably some stencils and things, which I do need to go through the box. In fact, if I could get you to sit down with me, we could make that. The IMPP packets, but then make some
to take with us.
But I want to put some in the shop too, because I know y'all love them and should not be denied such, things.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, keep it interesting. I'll be right back.
Okay, keep it interesting. So, basically, I'm going to get to the books here in a moment, because if you want to see them, I'm all for that. I think that's a great way to spend some time here. And possibly some of this might, go over into the books eventually. I did this a while back. Took, one print that looked pretty, all of them were the same, and then did different things to them, and talked about opacity of paint and all that good stuff. So that's what I really wanted to do today, because I had these left over from the packets. They just really didn't, I didn't have stuff that would go with them, because I do try, when I put the packets together, I try to make sure that, the two that I send to you have some commonality. They seem like they get along well together. And anyway, that's what that's about. All right,
She was super pumped to hear that other people were into the thing and that y'all liked her.
Oh, and I have to read this quote because this is just too fun. This is from Gerald with a J that does cool comments. It said, the quote is, "It greatly enhances the quality of life to be surrounded by interesting people. But that requires one to be interesting also. Vita, Duchess of Boheme." And I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Sure.
Boheme.
Boheme.
Bohm?
I don't know. If it's
Balmy?
If it's some Frenchy stuff, you don't pronounce the last part.
Meh.
It's just boom.
Bo. Maybe it's just Bo. Hey, Bo.
I don't know. You need to let us know the kind of things. But here's really, a lot of that is why I have these pages in here, these blank pages. But I really, I want to do something.
Hello, Sherry.
Sort of collagey that will go to this flop over. Isn't this wonderful?
Oh, Lori, her little one. Several tails, ears. Yeah, she has requested ears because she would like something that whenever she's watching her iPad. So just ears. I said, you got a lot of cleaning up to do to earn some ears.
Ears?
Yeah, she wants just the ears, so that way because when she's just doing things, and when she does cartwheels, the mask doesn't work as well. Yeah,
she was talking to me about something. Okay, so you saw this yesterday when I mentioned it. Joshy and Caleb it's more Joshy, because he knows that I think he feels a little slighted when we talk about Caleb.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, so I told him, I said, this edge on this particular paper, I wanted to burn it, but I was afraid that the acrylic paint, toxic fumes coming off of them will probably not be terribly good. So I just faux burned it. Mm-hmm. Just cut it out so it looked like, it had been burned, and rubbed some of that brown stuff on the edge.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've mentioned that before. Okay, here's another wonderful paper, but the back side is, you can do some things to it.
So, Tegan, she was so funny. All right, so I, sent her a very thank you, and I mean, we are just over the moon about all this, and she wrote back and said, it was funny that, because we talked about the spacer thing, and the way that you were talking about utilizing some of those spacer places was not what she had anticipated, but she's just like, that's such a wonderful idea about being able to insert a page,
Yes.
use it as a little hooty-doo.
Josh didn't get that was what that was for.
Well, he's kind of new to this book business.
He is. But you know what? He said, I want to start saving my print. So we've saved his print. He wants a book. He's got a ways to go. He better hurry because he's getting ready to go.
Oh, well, we can ship it.
This is true. This is very true. And I do need to get his one print that he made over there.
Framed.
Framed. But I don't know that I'm going to give it to his family.
Yeah, I know. They don't.
It'll just end up in the garage because, it doesn't go with the couch or the curtains or something like that. And I love it so much that I may just keep it. And, give it to him one of these days.
Yeah.
But see, look at this paper that's in here. Keegan, you just did such a bang-up job on this. And I love it that you,
Hey, Rhonda, no worries.
You put things together like, I don't know if this was the way they came, but I love everything about this. And whatever you did was splendid. Now look at this. This is very cool because this is one of Patty Tolly Parrish's, the kind of papers that she makes where she just puts it down on a tablecloth and just starts pouring some stuff on it. But then I came back in and did the, those are from our stamps.
Oh, and she left the strings long so you could utilize it.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. But here, this shows more of what Patty does with her. And she made one for Mariah, which has pinks and reds in it.
Hello, it's Carrie, right? I think it's Carrie.
A little bit of, stuff, and I love these two pages together. I don't know if I put them like that, but I don't really, remember that. But if you, and I love these. These just look so cool together. Look at that.
Oh.
And look at that, Ripley Railroad.
Yeah. We should go through and name all the stencils.
Yeah, no kidding.
That one's got a few.
Here's one of these tabs. Get this one here. You can tell that, that had
well, and you did a mashup of your own, so that gets real tricky.
It does. Because, yes, a lot of these were point. But here's one of those little pieces of paper that, you can take something else and glue it down. And
yeah.
Oh, I need to hand you this. This got buried as some from Joshy's.
Yeah, he was kind of proud of this.
He was, and did you notice he really wanted to make sure I was not putting them back in my
Yeah. That made me happy because sometimes we just don't really know his.
No.
He's hard to gauge.
He is very hard to gauge.
But he obviously is, he does feel very competitive with Caleb.
He does. Now, here is one of the very old
Lorraine.
prints. And this is done with stamping from the kneaded erasers, many layers of paint. You can see there's no gel printing on that at all.
Who names them? Well, for the most part, the designers do. Now, sometimes I add a little bit, or, we change it up a little bit, or they leave it up to me. Sometimes some of them don't really care when we're there. Or we work on it together. But we try to be kind of funny with them for the most part. There's some good ones coming up this next month that I think are funny.
Now this is puzzle with a semic writing. Now see here that was a signature. Okay, I'm going to pull this out here so that I can show you. Okay, this is a signature. And I love that there, somebody, I don't know, that you had to have all of them the same.
An instructional session would be wonderful, Sandy says.
Instructional for what?
Yeah, I don't know. I missed something.
Oh,
Tegan. Maybe from Tegan. Tegan should come and visit, or we could bring her on.
Look, that's how she did this. It's just so wonderful. Did I send you this paper? I don't remember this paper.
Tegan, did you sneak things in?
I think she did. But she definitely did a good job. Look at that.
She approves. I don't remember that.
I don't remember it either. But there's a lot of things that I don't. And I didn't remember. That one piece of paper that I put in here that was. Look at that. Isn't that great? Mm-hmm. See how she did it so that this is showing around the edge. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
And look how good those two look together. I'm sure I must have.
Hey, Liz.
And then here's some more of that wonderful paper that I don't remember. Ooh.
Yeah, that's nice. So good.
And look how that sort of...
wait, she said you sent it.
Oh.
She didn't make any additions.
And did I do the printing on the back side of that one black commercially printed piece of paper? I don't remember. But anyway, if you did it, it was brilliant. And if I did it, it was brilliant also.
I'm good.
Just don't remember. It's coming up in here. And I love this mulberry bark paper. Look how good that looks.
Oh, it's new, Ricky. Yeah, and we just so we got it the other day, but it was Thursday Thoughts. And so we just did a quick flip through. Plus we had Josh here, which was a little stressful. Because that kind of changed up the whole thought of like what we were doing and how we were doing things.
We really didn't plan on.
I wasn't mentally prepared for that.
I love this flower coming out here.
Oh, Tegan says you're brilliant. Oh. It was so sweet when it arrived. Tegan said that she's like, oh, it's just so, it's cool to see these papers, that she has seen get created on the streams, but seeing them in real life, I mean, I really wish we could ship some of these around because, I mean, piecework is stellar. And I'm not just saying that because she's my mom.
But, it's like, I used to frame my artwork, and once you frame it, it's like suddenly you see things that you didn't know. It becomes, and that's what this is. This is just, it's showcasing. I mean, this is going to be around for a long time, I hope.
Oh, hey, Sandy, sorry.
You can put it out on or my grandchildren can put it out on their coffee table, and their friends can be. It could be one of those things that, makes decisions about whether you want to keep that person in your life or not.
Mm-hmm. We've had some people that came to my house and asked about the art, and I'm like, yeah, you're not coming back over.
Okay, yeah. Then here's the other side to the flower print. I love it because, I don't know, you just did such a good job. Isn't that a lovely print?
She says she felt very privileged to see them all in person.
That's so sweet. And then she sent stuff back to me that I'm going to work on and
Oh, and she said that if you pull together papers that are, because she didn't use the big ones because she didn't want to cut them down.
Right.
So if you get more big ones, she could put that into a bigger book.
Oh. Well, shucky darns, I've got, oh, Tegan.
I guess I shouldn't maybe mention that, but this is becoming a...
feelings of now here, this is what I'm talking about. What did this come like this, or did you do this? This is something I would do.
I think you did that, and like not terribly long ago, because you were doing this for the book.
But see this side. I thought I just sent it blank. I think Tegan did that.
Tegan, did you do that?
Boy, was that a wonderful
She
idea.
does own some PM Artist Studio stencils.
I don't know if I put those pages together. Hi, Meredith. I know I've probably told you this, but Meredith's mom was one of my. I taught a bit.
Meredith, you just need to change your profile name. You could just Meredith, friend of P's mother, or P's. My mother was a friend of P.
Oh yeah, I mean, we had some grand times. I mean, to tell you. And it really, it didn't involve a lot of alcohol.
No,
oddly enough.
They were weird enough.
Yeah.
With that.
Well, usually we were mobile, so alcohol was not. That's not entirely true. Yeah. Now see that's going to require some stuff there. I love it. She left the edges for me. If I want to trim them, I can. And that print, you know.
That was a great mashup there, because see, you can see in the background that was the rattan, plus then the fun, you know, it's floral arrangement stuff, or you know, like flower bouquet business.
That stuff is just. I mean, you need to get some of that. Yeah. This is lots of layers. I love this. And this, I just, you know, I'm very proud of myself putting some things in here that, remember this one was pulled up and then I overlapped it and it glued itself down.
Floral paper, yeah, thank you. That was not like
because it was on the plate. But these two just look so good together. And this is nothing but just crap paint.
Well, P did send it in a certain order, but then told Tegan, hey, if there's something that, you know, you see or whatever. But there, you know, there was some pre-sorting.
Oh, and look.
Because that's a hard thing to put on somebody, too, by the way.
Oh, it really honestly.
It took her 2 days. It was out on the kitchen counter for a while, and then I was like, you gotta move along, lady. Get this out of here.
So basically, a lot of it was
Meredith, just... Sharon's daughter, BFF to P.
Oh.
It's a long title, but worthy.
Oh, yeah. We had some great times.
Oh, no, and Nina had a brayer mishap. We got to check that out. That's over in Makers. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say Makers, that's Makers Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. That's where many of these lovely folks hang out. If you aren't part of it, you should be. There's going to be a link in chat. In fact, there's already one up there. Nightbot drops the link per the request of our mods, and sometimes just on its own because we have it automated. But it can be prompted as well. In case y'all want to know about that. See, Mo just prompted it. And I do want y'all to know, okay, so I have made some
This is some of Susan Gantz's.
Yes.
Paper.
So I've made what progress with the community tab. So the thing is that it has to be accessed and also interacted with via like regular YouTube app. I see the comments and things from the back end, but I can't do anything with them, which is sort of irritating to me as the, you know, owner of the community, you know, tab thing. Why I can't interact with it there doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense to me. YouTube. But now I've figured that out, that I just basically interact in the same way that I guess everybody else does, which is via the YouTube.
This is another one of Susan's papers here, and it's kind of stuck down.
I think you just leave it. That's
where it's going to be, but I love these two together. That's a great print. Isn't that wonderful, this right here?
Yeah.
A whole lot of mucky muck, but...
Oh, she tried to get less sticky pages together, so and they were more complimentary. You did a bang up job. Yeah, and that was brilliant. Because you see that you put too many of the painty papers together.
I did try to put these papers in there, you know, but yeah.
Sometimes you want what you want.
I want what I want.
And then Tegan said, nay, that's silly. Don't do that because that's bad for the book.
Bad for the book.
Maybe good aesthetically, but when those are stuck together, you're going to be real PO'd.
And, you know, and some of this stuff that's in here. Now,
and that's just particularly off.
This is an old piece, but it is, you can tell, it's gel printed. I just love that purple and that.
Yes.
Gold. You can't go wrong with that. And I remember this
Eddie's.
one. Look.
That's the...
See, you can see the...
medieval floor. Yes. Variation in sheen.
And this is just some of that cool, I think it's pattern making paper.
Sandy, for the most part, the pages were printed both sides.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, this is going to be real thick.
Now, this is a piece of paper that someone sent to me. This one right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love this one because look on the inside, it's kind of plainish and you can do things with it like you could write cool stuff in there.
Yes, Sandy. That would be great. Either way, email or the lightning bolt.
Yeah, I would love to know who gave me this because I don't remember. It was just in a stack of, and that's what happens around here. And I do apologize. But,
yeah, neither did we, Dawn.
It gets absorbed. Papers get absorbed into the. This is really wonderful. I'm very proud of that.
And that thing's been around for a bit.
Has been around, but you see, it's got geopoly on it.
It's a representation of mixed
of a lot
media.
Of things. And I love this stamp, and I know. I love that stamp.
It's also a stencil.
It's also a stencil. Now somebody sent me this part of the paper, then I did this to this side, but this I think was already done, some of this. And I just went ahead with it. This is a stiff booger. And this is paper that someone sent to me. The leaves, love it. I think that's that Rhonda's.
Mm-hmm. I really want to call that one Fancy Toast because this makes me think of toast every time.
I call it Victorian.
It is called Victorian Parlor. It's style 1 or 2. There's 2 styles. I can't remember which one is which exactly.
Okay, now this is really old.
That's 2019.
And it's very thick. It has a lot of layers, but you can see Mr. Huey's.
Yes.
I love Mr. Huey's
representation
so much.
And Mod Podge.
And Mod Podge. And there's a lot of things glued together here. And I'm very happy
hey, Lexi.
Made it into the book. That's nice. I'm very happy with this. I think this is a really interesting page.
Oh my God, that's so good, Sophia. And hello, Sophia. She says she's rolling on the floor. P's art is the Borg. Like, you assimilate everything. Like, it's just, I just need a little of that. And we've said this since, way back, that one of the reasons we do mixed media artists, because one thing just doesn't get it done.
It doesn't.
You need lots of things.
Okay. And this one here, this is an old piece of paper that I was practicing my, what you call that, stenciling, doing the stencil butter.
And that's about 2 years.
Or
I think that one's about 2 or 3 years old because see when that stencil came about.
But this background stuff is from the
2019.
This is from when we were doing alcohol inks.
Yeah, 2019.
And then that's a little flower stamp. I don't know. Do we have that or is that one of my erasers?
That is you utilizing the stencil. It's called Egyptian-esque. But since y'all are here, coming out this month, you might be able to obtain that in a stamp form.
Oh, that's good to know. Here's another really cool paper somebody sent me, and here's a cool paper from.
Hey, you know what? We're gonna have to have a big celebration. So 8 years.
Susan.
So 2019.
Susan Gans.
So 2020. Sorry. Excuse me. What? 2027.
And somebody sent me this piece of paper. I love this piece of paper.
I love that one.
It really is. Look at the texture on those branches.
Mm-hmm. That's some fun.
Mighty fine, mighty fine. Okay, now here's the other part of the, and this is very cool. I love how you did this. This will turn back in.
You can't get rid of any of that.
Thing here. Look at that.
It's fabulous. I just crack up because you know what the funny thing is? I think that started.
See, Mr. Huey's.
Right.
Mr. Huey's.
That started out as like spray box paper.
It did.
Like, the stuff
catchy.
I had to build her a little box because her ability to spray required a box.
If you could look at the...
and then she would cover it with the papers. And then she'd be like, ooh, I got to save that. So then...
You'd have to recover it. That's what a lot of those are.
Because she started spraying in the box, but she's like, the stuff in the box is great. We need to capture that. See, I thought all,
And I have more over there.
Yeah, there's rolls. There's stuffy holes over there.
Yeah, and see this right here. This is some stuff that Izzy pulled off of the
peely paint.
The peely paint, and I just kind of put it down here to keep it. And now it's a permanent part. I didn't glue it or anything. It just stuck of its own accord.
Hey, I'm gonna start looking around, because there is there's a Holiday Inn and there's a La Quinta. All right, La Quinta.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey,
yeah, sorry.
Old
My
paper,
brain just,
old paper here from
right here in Saxe, Wiley. Nothing's actually in Saxe.
And you know that I did this because none of the.
But then I need to start calling around because I want to see, like, there's the community center in Saxe. There are actually rooms that you can. That's why we need to go talk to the hotel. They're very nice. They're fairly new. But go talk to them and see what kind of deals they would give us about, like, doing a room there. So that way people could just stay, like, we don't have to haul everything around.
That's kind of like when we went to Baltimore. Yeah, that was really nice.
Yes.
You didn't have to get up and go out and about. And plus, I mean, that whole deal in Baltimore was really fantastic.
Yeah.
I just, I wish that I didn't have to.
Yeah, you traveling is terrible.
Horrible.
She's not like, you got to be kind of a fast mover, or we needed to plan more people hauling us around situation. With all the walking. Especially the DFW airport, because it's ridiculous. Like,
because my knee gave out early on.
Yeah. And then, where they drop your bags and where you pick things up. And then just, anyway. Yeah.
And plus, the return flight was just horrible.
Oh, that's an airline thing. That was my bad. And this is why I shouldn't.
Yeah. Remember when you sent me to L.A.? Not
she
just sent me there. Sent me there for a 6-hour layover.
I did that.
And I love this. The other day, it was this dude that was taking a nap at the airport, but he'd put a sign on him that, he was still alive. He wasn't.
Just leave me alone.
Because that's what I did there. I just kind of got back off the thing, and there was...
found a corner to camp in.
Found a corner to camp in and just took a nap.
Yeah.
Gosh, that's nice. Isn't that nice? Oh, and here's my...
wonderful. And see, Becky's putting her thing... I don't know if you're all filled up or whatever, but Becky has a thing posted over in Makers if you aren't... if you want to go visit Becky. She has a thing going on. She says that she's learned that most of the hotels are very excited to help you with anything you need if you bring a group. Yeah, I'm sure, because that's a great... And I'm sure out here, because I can't imagine there's a heck of a lot going on, but I could be wrong. Hello, Betsy. How far are we from the airport? We are far. Now, we are not Texas far, but for anybody else that, is used to... But yeah, we're about 45 minutes. Well, if you fly into Love, it's a little closer. And I actually recommend that airport more so, but... Only
it's user-friendly.
Yeah, only certain
DFW
airlines.
Is a broken nightmare.
It is, and it's further away.
And you'll probably have to get on some different transportations to get back to work.
So, 45 minutes to about an hour away. But that's, Dallas. Everything's 30 to 40 minutes away.
Yeah.
Or an hour.
Depending on the construction.
Okay, she still has 6 tickets. 6 seats available for the retreat near St. Louis.
The Arches.
Mm-hmm. So Carrie, if you'll join Makers, or if you reach out to me, I'll get you in touch with Becky if need be. But a lot of that's being handled over on Facebook, so hopefully you're on Facebook. Yes. That's book 1.
Book 1.
There's 2 books.
There's 2 books.
And I got plans for a 3rd big one.
Yeah, I have.
Peggy?
I'm going to get that together sometime soon, but I'm going to be...
We've got to, like... Well, I'm excited, again, that the art thing that we're going to, they want the paints and some of the stencils and stuff. And then I thought if we could round up other things, but I think any of your overage paint that you would be willing to get rid of would go to that would be a good donation.
Yeah, okay. For sure. Aren't these wonderful?
I'm just just over the moon about all that. Because that would take us forever. And I don't think that it would have turned out as well. And there would have been some tears and probably some fighting.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't do it the way she wants me to do it. And then I would be stressed because I'm trying to learn something new.
Harsh words would have been exchanged. But this is, what I tell. Because we do have times here when we have, but it's not, the reason it's not terrible when you have disagreements with your family members is because that you're going to have to figure it out. When you start down that road of having a confrontation, that there's going to be a point where, okay, I'm going to have to deal with the repercussions of whatever comes out of my mouth. And that adds a little bit of a,
Well, and when you live with people, and then she realizes how much stuff she'd have to move.
Oh, God, yes.
It really adjusts her attitude.
It certainly does. Certainly does. Dear heavens.
That's called perspective.
Heavens to Betsy. Well, we've got a good piece here. You see, it needs a bit of mending. Mm-hmm. And you want to do your mending before you do your next layer of printing, because wherever that's got...
Oh, Tegan said she had some harsh words.
She had some harsh words when she was...
Well, it didn't come through. It didn't stay in the book.
Oh.
It only had nice things to say, Tegan.
Okay. Wonderful. I'm so happy to hear that. But when you glue down these little spots, you want to make sure that you've given the glue long enough that it's bonded with its other coat there, because it can create some problems. But what happens when you do this, when you go ahead and print over this, where this paper has been exposed, that's going to be different. It's going to create a different textural surface.
All right. Hey, and I just let 2 new people into Makers. Welcome, and thank y'all. Woohoo! All right.
Yay!
Hello, Gemma girl.
Right. I'm putting this...
So Gemma girl, she says, I do not take any responsibility of what my mouth says when my brain has lost Wi-Fi.
Well,
yeah, there's sometimes some Wi-Fi lost.
Okay, so
I need a hat.
Are we gonna do this?
Do it. Are you gonna tell people what you're doing, or did you already do that? I've been reading chat.
You just read chat, and I'll muss about with my...
All right, Christy, thanks for hanging.
Okay, so...
Oh, thank you. This is my Irish shirt that I got in Houston at a thrift store. I remember this one. That was such a great thrift store. That's where I got that one Solawar Kamis. Fingers crossed. Hey, we're getting back on to... We're not doing full on keto. We're doing a little, other thing app. We're trying some different things. Because keto's hard.
Well, and I worry about you not getting a full...
Yeah, fiber and all,
yes,
things.
Worry about that. I think you're just too protein.
Yeah.
And that can cause some other issues.
Yeah, so we're just kind of watching more calorie stuff and whatnot. Anyway, what I was saying about that is that, the Solawar Kamis, I absolutely love it so much, but I haven't fitting that. But I got this. This was just one of those things, it was the only one, but it's my Irish shirt. I don't like it very much.
Did I get anything?
I feel like you did. But it was kind of a funky little shop, and like it was more like um my kind of stuff.
Oh.
And I don't think that I can even remember. I was a little like limited because it was a lot of smaller sizes. Because there were things there that I remember, even that solidware companies, I was like, it was borderline.
Yeah.
In the chest area for sure. Which I'm not a chesty girl, but you know, whoever that was made for was less chesty.
There you go.
Y'all wanted to know.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, folks, if you missed out on the beginning here, we're going to take these small little prints that we have here. We're going to do different things to them so that you can see the effect of, and most of them I am going to use.
I don't want any. I could do with less.
Less.
I think chestiness is overrated.
Oh yeah, and it's.
And I only acquired the bit that I do have when I got a little chunkier.
Well, and also nursing.
Oh yeah.
That has a tendency to balloon them out a little. Okay, here
all
we
the
go.
Things that you learn over here.
It is, and it's all free of
Row.
charge. It's part of the package.
Thimble and Thistle Crafts. That's Row. Some of y'all know him as Monroe.
So, basically, I don't really want to use this because I want to do different colors.
Okay, no worries. Thank you.
And that was a really sticky one. This is not so sticky.
Oh, hey, and Cheryl, I think it was Cheryl. Cheryl over in Makers, she was asking about gessos. We got a chart.
I made a comment. I said, Cheap Joe's. Good. Cheap Joe's is the way to go. Okay, now this has airbrush in it, and I don't know. I'm pretty sure that this is transparent. If it's not, we'll just, oh my goodness, just about. See, that's why you want to take those little jobbers off of there.
Jobbers. Call those trinkets.
Trinkets. And I should just go ahead and put that away right now instead of having
put it in the jar.
Fetch it out from in between the bottles at some point.
Save it for later.
Save it for later. See, I'm getting pretty full on this. One of these days I'm going to have enough of those to actually do something with. I don't know what, but transparent, yay. And a lot of times your paint that you do have that's not necessarily transparent, if you brayer it out enough, it will be.
Oh, I know. I did too, Eddie.
What?
And Mo has laughed about that for years because we say good jobbers.
Oh, yeah.
And Eddie just learned what jobby means. She tried to warn me years ago, but I was like, I think that's hilarious. So we've continued. And has come back up around again.
So, you saw what that started out as. Now, it's this. But you don't even have to do that. You can go ahead. Oh my gosh, Mariah, I'm going to need you to fetch me some more.
I did get some more.
I think that there should be maybe one left in the closet over here.
In the closet.
If you're going paint on paint, then you have the option of creating a little bit more. You can rub your paint off.
I'm going to go down and open the new box. Because no, there was not. So I'm happy I ordered some. I just had a feeling.
Okay. Well, I hope you did. I don't know where any others are. Okay, that's great. Now let's put a little yellow on top of this, and we'll just keep going here. We're not going to clean off the. Oh, that was not very. Oh, that's a nice. It's kind of brown one.
So I got a different brand. We'll see about these.
Oh, I saw that downstairs. I didn't know what it was. All right, now that's pretty subtle.
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 Ow. Just bumped my knee.
Oh, and see, I love that. But now what's happening here, you can see this. They're starting to get, oh, hello, hello.
Actually, I think it's Hello Bello.
Hello, Bello. Oh, it is. I have a very interesting way of keeping these things. I take them and I pull them up like this. And then I have a little place where they catch on my portfolio down here. And then I use a clamp. Yeah, I think they're almost the same thing. Were they cheaper?
Ish.
Ish?
I think so. About the same, really.
Okay.
Okay, Jenny.
This is and this has airbrush added to it because it was
She's used it a lot.
I've used it a lot. So it's just gotten more transparent rather than less transparent.
Hey, Cynthia, no worries. Happy you're here. Those of you that have come in, do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back. Otherwise, we don't know that you're here. If you want to hang out in the background, that's totally fine. We appreciate that you're just the same. We really do. Same as those of you that watch in replay. But if you would, give those thumbsy upsies. And then if you are watching in replay, leave a comment down below.
Getting mileage out of that.
So that is the Aura paint. A-R-A. It is available through Jackson's Art. Fabulous paint. Pretty reasonably priced. And we have very much enjoyed it. And I think some of y'all that have also ordered it have enjoyed it.
Okay, so this is what it all looked like. These are the variations that you can get just using, and I think that's pretty remarkable.
Yeah.
Okay, now we didn't have a reddish here, so let's do a reddish in the transparent. I don't know.
You better roll it out thin.
Better roll it out thin. Maybe we should go with something like this, because this is thin-ish.
Oh, I know I saw that, Anthony. Anthony is our Baron maker, so if you are in the need of a Baron or a bowl or a mortar and pestle, did you see the mortar and pestle?
I didn't, and the...
I mean, it's very, like if you...
What do we call those? Rolling pins. French rolling pins.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
I guess I didn't click through all of them. Dang it. Oh, yeah, he just said, yeah, rolling pins.
Yeah.
Yeah, he makes all those things. And if you're wanting to step up your... I think it's very... like fantasy. Like The Hobbit and, you know, stuff like that. Y'all know what I'm trying to say, right? That's just this hair. I really need a hat. I don't know what's going on.
Stop obsessing about that. It's really irritating.
Well, because I see it over here, and it looks like there's sort of like this poofy helmet thing, and I just really want it to be more messy. And I wonder if I got perm. I want it.
That's not a good idea. If you would just stop futzing with it when it's wet. She won't listen to me. All right, check that out, my friends there. Okay, so we've got, I think we need kind of a pinky one. Let's
Here, I got it.
Give this,
that's pinky.
Pinky.
Pinky, and the brain.
But it's probably not the color on the swatch there, simply because, wow, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on here.
Okay, so, Rose says, silly question, can I get the link from a PM store page? I get paid next week, and of course, aw, you're so sweet. Can I get the link? Yes, so over there on our website, that's the PM Artist Studio website, there is actually a page called Links. And that will have all of our different affiliate links that'll take you into whatever shop. It also has like our merch, has our social links, has all the links. That's why we called it the link page. Seemed appropriate. Not all of our things on our website are named appropriately. But that's one that'll get you there.
All right, now see, that's a little more interesting with the pink. Now, I think I need to make this one more green. So we'll just pull up, try to pull
Hello, the goods girl.
The rest of that with this or this so that we can start anew.
Yes, the affiliated links.
Okay, so we need some green here. And I mean like green, not just sort of kind of green, but green. Let's see.
Ingrid says, all right, well, I don't know if we would be a really good source on that, but Ingrid wants to know if you compare the Aura paints and the Liquitex paints, which do you prefer? We prefer the Aura paints. P has a few Liquitex, like there's one heavy body one that or two, maybe three, right? Because you have like a black. The purple is our most favorite, the violet purple of the Liquitex heavy body paints, and then she had some of these fluids. But they haven't really, I don't know, like, they're okay paints. Nothing wrong with them. But the Auras they are really nice paints. And are probably more comparable to golden paints. As far as pigment and performance.
Yes.
That's our feeling. That's the conversation her and I have had. So I feel comfortable telling y'all that.
Yes, absolutely. What Mariah just said. Okay, see, I'm picking up stuff over here off of my tape. I do not know what the answer to that is.
I think that's a user situation versus what's going on there.
Well, I don't know how not to get out here.
Yeah.
I guess I could use some tape and pull that up.
You could use some tape on tape action.
Tape on tape action.
Uh-huh.
Let's see if, oh yeah, I love that. So that made it into kind of a blue violet. So we have, this is sort of yellow. This is kind of brown. I don't know where we need to take that. What do we need to do to that we don't have here?
Yeah.
Represented here. Maybe a really bright yellow. Well, that's pretty bright.
Okay, and just kind of to catch people up that are coming in and have questions. So this particular print, or these little ones, started out as one print with like a 2-layer situation. The particular design that is on it is using, this is Estella's Flower Fields by Estella. Hexagonic was last month. Sorry.
Cerulean deep blue golden acrylic.
So there's a link in chat. Cookie Wookie, that's Mo. She has put that in Flower Field Mask by Estella. That's the design that's on these particular prints. So then what P did is cut that one print up. So that way she could show you the variations in doing these glazes to achieve, all right, you know, you've got a good print, but you now want to alter it in a certain way, maybe to match a book or a particular project. This would be a way to get all of your papers in a more cohesive color scheme.
Yeah.
Or just to add layers.
And now, you know, when I put these, because the next thing that you can do is then you can add, you know, things like gold.
Oh, okay. So, Joan wants to know, what are your favorites? Could she share recording the RR paints? Because she wants to order some before the winter sets in. Oh, yeah, that is smart. Yeah, order your paints now, because when it gets cold, things get weird.
Yes, and they won't even send the, if you're ordering any of the glitter glue,
yeah, from certain places,
send it in the wintertime.
So, the top 5, that's an easier thing than 3. So you need a red. The red that we really, really like and would recommend right off the bat would be the Madder Lake one. Yeah, is that right?
I really like that one.
Or blood red wood. No, it's the.
Okay, can you see that little bit of sheen
Here we go.
sticking up there?
Alizarin Madder Lake. That's a really lovely red because it's a deeper red.
It is a deeper. Now, but you need a tomato.
No, it was just one red. Because what you can do is if you have a yellow, a paint of any sort, does not necessarily have to be an aura, you can add that to it to lighten it up and get to that more orangey. Also, if you want a really fabulous orange, though, or to make that red more orangey, the other color that we have very much enjoyed is the light red orange. This one. So you could add this to the red and then get a more reddy orange, and keep this. And then that way you don't really have to add a yellow necessarily. You see what I'm saying here? Are you tracking where we're going with this? The other one that you really do want to have, if you like these sorts of colors, Golden Green Lake Extra. This is the one that P just added the airbrush medium to because she loves it so much. This is very similar to the green gold of Golden. Like, yeah, very similar. And fabulous color. And again, could be added over to your reds and your oranges to neutralize them some and do some fun things there. The blue that you want is either, and now if you want a sparkly blue, the sparkly blue is fabulous, the turquoise in the Aura paints. The other one that you would really want to lean towards is the cerulean blue.
Cerulean. Yeah, I don't know where it is.
It's right here.
Oh, okay. Because it's more of a ocean blue.
Yes. And could be deepened a little bit. Like if you add a little bit of that Madder Lake, then you've got a nice deeper heading over to purpley zone. So those are some good ones. And then a gold of sorts. We love this. Just the gold, regular gold. Or then there's a little bit darker one. Which is called, let's see, I'm trying to find it here.
Dark gold.
Yes, dark gold.
I like both of those.
Yeah.
They're really super wonderful. And I don't know how expensive those are because they were gifts from our art fairy godmother, Sonia.
But overall, they are very reasonably priced and are in that same, I think, price range as like a Liquitex or Amsterdam. Of course, depending on if it's standard or professional, whatever. But, you know, they're not a craft paint, but they are, if you wanted to step it up and try them out, I recommend it. And they come in various, you know, you can go with the smaller bottles.
Absolutely.
Start out there, and then if you really love it.
Really love it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is one that I really love. The Jackson Studio Phthalo Turquoise Airbrush Added.
Hey, Sonia, in our art.
And I transferred this. It doesn't come in this bottle. Mariah got these bottles for me. Really like them a lot.
Now, what's funny is when I went, now, something to keep in mind about Jackson's is that they have different websites for the different countries that they sell in. I noticed on the U.S. Jackson's website, I didn't see those Jackson Studio paints, or they had a limited offering. I don't know if that's something else that others have noticed. I didn't spend a ton of time like digging around for it, but I think that is something that you want to keep in mind. That for the Jackson Studio paints, some of the European sites will probably have a wider variety, but then shipping may be different as far as cost. That's lovely.
Hey, I like that. Look at those.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all of a sudden they're a whole lot better than they were. And I'm just picking up some paint here. I don't know. It's probably too dry, but okay,
No,
we got a little.
Especially in the areas where like more paper's kind of exposed a little bit.
Yeah, because see those little spots there?
Uh-huh.
Push, push, push.
Push.
Okay, I like that. Now, see, that just changed it. Just gave it a little bit more complexity. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. I'm just going to scoot those out of the way for right now. But I still want you to look at those because I think that this is extremely instructive. I wished I had had someone tell me this early on. Okay, so we've got some options here. We can brown out our pink and up our green.
Mm-hmm. That's not usually the vote that I give. No.
Or we can intensify our pink and brown out the green.
I think that's the better
or
route.
brown out the
right.
pink. Oh, yeah, okay. You know, one way or the other. You can't have it both ways.
Mm-mm.
You just can't.
Not in this situation.
Not in this situation.
Sometimes you can.
Okay, now this is a wonderful. So what this is Jackson Studio Permanent Rose. It has airbrush and gloss glazing liquid added, and a bit of titanium white to take down the chroma ever so slightly.
Plus, you have some blue down there, which is gonna make it a little purpley, but
well,
that's okay too.
Yeah, I don't know that because it's fairly dry.
Okay. I love it. I love it when Eddie and Mo are on the same page. Y'all are awesome.
Are they saying anything that?
No, they just whenever you start talking about your altered paints, they drop the altered thing because we like to let people know, and because we have our little canned message about that.
Yeah. Okay, so it did take up some, but you can see also we have gloss now.
I think so too, Rose. So
what it did is it made the pink a little less warm, cooler pink. Probably presence of blue might have had something to do with that.
Maybe.
Who
could say?
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're not even going to clean any of this mess up here. We're just going to grab our...
Well, you know, I mean, if you're going to be accused of that, that's not bad company to be in. Either way. Eddie and Mo being accused of being the same person.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Monroe says, that's Roe, Thimble and Thistle. He thinks that we should start our own paint. Now, if y'all are out and about in the world and you are ordering paint from paint companies and you would like to suggest that, we are not opposed to it. There are artists that have their own lines of paint. I have reached out to many paint companies, letting them know that we are here and
available
and have a vast knowledge of things. No takers yet.
Yeah. We're not holding our breath on that one. All right, now can you see the difference there? Look at that.
See, that's what I'm glad you did one that I love and one that you love.
And now I'm going to fix this one a little bit more here.
Now y'all see how this can happen. Yeah. And what does happen
and
behind the scenes.
And this one has a little bit of both.
Yeah.
Okay, now if you receive these in your packet of stuff that you've ordered, you will know how special. Look at that. See, you just never quite give up on just one cup. You come back in and you have these laying out so that you can grab them up, flop them down, and look at how much more interesting that's becoming. Okay. Yada, yada. Okay, here we go. Now, these are really nondescript. They should probably have some other things put on them right now.
Hey,
But we're just going to colorate them.
Colorize. Coloration.
And I'm leaving these out here because I might want to pick up some more stuff, you know? The thing about it is you have to sort of curate your papers when you're getting ready to do this. If you wanted to, you know, grab some of your brayer offs, color code them so that you can say, okay, this batch is going to need maybe more stencils. Work before I commit to a color thing. And then you use your color. Do I want to obliterate or do I want to enhance? Obliterate, you use
opaque.
I'm just trying to find it. Opaque here. Okay. Well, this design on this one, this is a good one. This was opaque. It was white on top of a dark background. Contrast is good unless you want low contrast for some reason because you're doing some other things. Yeah, that. Okay. So,
I use that.
We've got these and we could absolutely do some more stenciling on these. Yeah, we could. And maybe possibly should. And I'm just thinking, what do I have? Okay, I've got eyeball here.
And then to kind of, Jenny, your question regarding how much additive to add, Mo was spot on with that it really is kind of an experience and testing it out. It really depends on which paint you're putting it into, how much paint is left in the thing. Are you trying to, you know, alter a whole bottle of paint versus like this is the leftover bit down at the end? You know, how transparent do you want it? How much of the additive do you want to take over? Those are all just kind of trial and error and also just what your preference is. And you'll, like, as you play around with it, you'll kind of get a sense, all right, you know, I know that this paint, this particular color in this type of brand, I can get away with like a little squirt here and it does what I want it to do.
I'm running over I've got to move along here.
So there are various additives, mediums that will make your paint more transparent. So again, you just want to ask yourself, all right, what am I trying to achieve here? Am I making a heavy body paint more liquid, more fluid? Then you're going to want to look at ones like the airbrush medium or the glazes or something of that nature versus something like a heavy body medium kind of thing or impasto. Those ends of the types of mediums to add to alter your paint and make them more transparent, because they will. Any of like the clear mediums will make whatever paint you're putting it in more transparent. Now, depending on if it is a really opaque paint, you're not gonna, it will become semi-transparent. It's just those things you have to kind of play with, and every paint is going to be a little bit different. And even just within the colors, because of how they are made, how they are blended, will depend on how fluid or how thick or how transparent they go. I hope I have explained that and not like overly explained it. Thanks, Susan.
Don't know if I'm going to be able to pick that up or not, but I'm going to give it a whirl.
Yeah, this is a take notes kind of situation. Some good tips and tricks in this one, for sure.
Well, the thing about it is, okay, you can see that this is, I really hate that. I just think that it's not quite there yet, and, yeah. This stencil off.
Okay, Lexi, that is a really good question too. So she has a bunch of craft paints that she wants to use up, but she just really dislikes the chalkiness of those craft paints. So what medium would be most ideal to add to them to make them a little, have a nicer finish? We love the airbrush medium.
Yeah, and if you want to gloss them up ever so slightly and get rid of some of that chalky stuff, the thing to add to that would be
the high gloss, or the glossy business, whatever.
Yeah, where is it here? Gloss glazing.
Gloss glazing.
Gloss glazing liquid.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just creating, this thing here.
That you'll see, later, someday.
But I really, I really love this quality that we've got going on here. And I'm going to see if I can come in and do a removal. And the removals usually work a lot better if you have a layer of paint down. When you just have the paper that's there and it's the paint on the paper, it's not so good. If I came back later, and you can see there's a little bit of resist coming up there, but not a lot.
Oh, hey, Diane.
Okay. Now I'll just put this aside. This will become another.
Well, remember, y'all, make sure that you have your chat set to live chat so you see everything.
All right. So we've got some good stuff going on here with the green, or, at least.
So at the very top of your chat, there's going to say a thing that says top chat, and there's a little arrow thing. And then if you click that, then it'll give you an option and turn it to live chat.
Okay, so I wanted to get rid of the green because we pretty much, we've greened out 3 pieces here.
You've covered green?
Got green covered, okay? But, not to worry if it's not what you want, because we can come back and we can fix that. Okay, that was phthalo green blue shade that I used there. I know that that's opaque. I don't even have to test drive it. Okay, so what do I want here? Let's do some blue. Ultramarine blue over this and see what happens. What I'm going to really try to do is just take it into a place where we're going to need to add a stencil layer that's much lighter.
Okay, can you move that up just a little bit into your zone there?
Oh, it's sticking.
There you go. I like it when you use the little plate. Little transfer.
A little transfer. And, you're losing a lot of your definition there. And I'm just going to pick this back up because we want to take this to the area where we feel like that we can add some more.
Oh, wow.
Always try to get rid of those white edges during the process of.
Look at what the baby saw outside.
I saw this outside. I didn't know what it was, but then I realized it was a butterfly.
Big old, probably swallowtail.
Oh. Oh, yeah. It is. Good job, Isabella. Well, we have one of the what do you call it? host plants for the black swallowtail. Black swallowtail is fennel. We need to plant fennel.
We need over there in the side yard. That's what that place is for.
I know, but I don't like it over there because I can't water it. It's not easily accessed. So I'm not planting anything over there. Anyhow, so we had these things coming up in the flower pots out here, and they were just taking over. Yes. But you know what they were?
It's that.
It was the host plant for the Luna moth.
I know. It's those darn, it's a nightshade.
Yes, it's purple nightshade.
But it kills off everything else.
It has an allelopathic effect. And the thing about it is this is, you know, when you're gardening with a purpose, it's really hard to have that kind of attitude of, oh, whatever comes up, I'm just going to love it. And I'm going to find some reason that it needs to stay there. And I feel bad because I did not share that information with Brad before. No.
And I'm sure some of it's still growing over here because it's all around the house.
The purple nightshade?
I bet so.
Well, I talked with Izzy when she was a small child about it because she would go outside and we had mint at the time. And she would go out and pick mint and she wanted to know what other leaves that she could eat. And I showed her those and I said, well, number one, you see these little purpley black berries. That's not a good thing to eat at all. It will make you very, very sick. And if you ate enough of them, it could kill you. Deader than a doornail.
Word.
And, you know, I don't know. She got it. Mm-hmm. Obviously, she's still alive. But I think you should share those things with your kids. Mm-hmm. I don't think that it should be something that... Okay, I don't remember if this is really, really opaque or whatever, but it has airbrush added. So here we go. This may be some... Oh, yeah, that's some mighty fine stuff there.
Yeah, only when it's refreshed, yeah. Mine doesn't automatically do it, but if I go in and out or whatever, it'll snap back to the, I don't know why it defaults to top chat. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, now see, look what that did.
That's lovely.
I really like that. I like that a lot, but I don't want a whole lot on this. I just want this edge over here. And then I can do that. So just because, you know, that you have a color down doesn't mean it has to go everywhere for it to be really, really, okay, now I like that, but I'm going to add some, where is my stinky pink?
Oh.
What?
So Becky says that they sell airbrush medium at the gaming center near the hotel where they're having their retreat because they sell models for role-playing games. I have a buddy that does that sort of thing. But they sell the paint and the airbrush medium and mixing balls because they use the little airbrush tools and things.
Oh. About that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you what.
Bye, Sophia.
As a medium, that stuff is awesome. And I never knew it. And oh, look, I just pulled up. Did you see that? Pulled up the pink.
Oh, onions are a part of the nightshade family.
So are tomatoes.
Stinky pink alert. Hello, Leander K. Good to see you.
Wish I could just get these people to brayer off the... But see, that's why I have all this mucky.
Yeah. By these people, she means Josh.
Josh.
I haven't been over
there. And
there.
Mariah.
I don't go over there.
I know, but when you...
Last time I gel printed, I did it over here.
That's
because you're very particular about your area.
I am, but you also didn't go off the page.
Well, it's a learned skill.
It is. And
if you think it's easy,
smells so bad.
That's why we call it stinky pink.
Okay, now see, look at that.
But yeah,
that looks really great.
But she does fine work, that stinky pink.
It do, and that's just something I don't know in the mixture.
Yes, we have
I used to think it was because it was getting okay. Look at that. Now,
no, it has to do with the pigment.
Pigments, totally with pigment. All right, so I don't really want to use that. I'm just grabbing things that are here on my. Okay, let's go with stars. Stars are good.
Stars upon bars.
Okay. So I don't think that's going to matter. I'm calling that it doesn't matter.
Okay.
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 We're not going to use open paint.
I don't know. What's the plan here?
Well, this is what I'm telling you, that there's always something you can use. Okay, I've gotten all of my cards out of the way here, so I think those are looking good. Now I think this is a bit mushy. Okay.
Yeah.
This one is just too dark and really has lost all.
Yes.
Whatever there.
Yes.
And the rest of these I think are pretty darn good.
I'm loving most of those.
Now this is a little ho-hum. Is it really didn't get the eye business. It got lots of the green, and we got some, wannabe colors there. Okay, so these three are definite candidates. I'm liking this. I think this is, and look at that lovely olive green that you get there with mixing the stinky pink over the top.
Yeah.
Now remember, this was also a pink over the top, but I think that this was the one I used for this.
Yes, it was. Which is just a mixture, altered.
Whatever.
All sorts of
I
things.
only know.
We'd love to tell you, but,
I would love to tell you. And this is the, what did I use over the top of this?
Did you use the green or the gold?
Yes.
Sorry, the
Ara
golden green.
Golden
Blake.
green. And remember, this was the altered Dina Tangelo. Like that. And then the rest of these you can just see, and you can go back and see what colors were used. But look at the variety that we created with just a few little things there. Okay, so now we're going to do a little, and I should get some.
Oh, nice, Jenny.
Okay, so we've got, and if I were, going to do this, I'd do it on a big plate. But you can see where you have this dark here, and then how this over here is sort of light, whatever. What you can do is you can take and make the whole thing one dark color, or make the whole thing a light color. You're really at this point you're going to have to go dark, simply because you can't put light on over this unless it's opaque.
Okay. Nadine has a question, and it is not an odd question. And I love this. This seems an odd question, but I am organizing my supplies, and I have a pack of Paycon printmaking paper that I bought because Pete said it was great.
Yeah.
But what is it best used for? Pulling prints, girl. It's a good one, too. One of the things that, now it has like a little bit, like it isn't a bright white paper.
And the reason when I really use that, I use that a lot when I'm pulling up that final long haul.
Yes, because it has a little bit of tooth for it. It's like it was meant for those final nice pulls of a heavy print.
Because just for this general stuff that we do here, I'm happy with the. Okay, we're going with open paint. Y'all notice that. Clean off my little hoop-de-doo there. Let's put the lid back on this. This is golden, open, titanium white, heavy body. Love this stuff. If you don't have this in your, the whites and the blacks are kind of like, it's really hard to say, okay, white paint. I mean, just how interesting is just plain white paint?
Well, it can be a game changer.
It can be a game changer. I mean, it can totally be a game changer. Now, I'm going to have to get this right on the money here in order to stamp this. We'll do what I call a Fran peek. Check it out. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Let's look at it from this end. Okay, and that's looking pretty good too. Okay.
And I will say, welcome to those of you that have come in. Do say
Now,
hello in the chat.
see
so
that
say
right
hello
there?
back.
I don't like that, so I'm going to grab a...
You got 30 minutes.
We're going the wrong way. I can clean up that edge because it's on painted paper.
If you get to it quick enough.
If you get to it quick enough. So we've got that.
Yes, and these stars are from an ATC set.
Doing a little pouncing up and down here, you know, jumping up and down.
Oh, so tomorrow I will be on because it's Monday, and it's Monday Makes with Mariah, and I'm Mariah, and I make stuff on Monday.
That you do.
I am thinking about, because we are coming towards the end of the month here, and so I have to kind of think about next month, and maybe getting a little bit ahead. And if I can, you know, pull things together today, that would be super.
Super fantastic.
What I'm trying to say to you is that I'm going to start a new project for the month of August. I don't know if I should tell y'all what it is yet. Because then I'm locked in.
This is true. Okay, that's kind of ho-hum because it's
I
getting...
like that, though.
It's getting...
Well, you pulled the paint up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just let that dry. Just wiping up my stencil here because the points of those stars
Get clogged.
if you want to have your star have pointy points,
which that is a point.
perky points
to stars.
Perky points on your stars, you need to clean your stencil.
Otherwise, they're little blobby stars, and you know, it's kind of cutesy.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's looking pretty good.
Serious
I think I
stars.
can live with that. Okay, so we'll just put this up. And we look at this side, and you can see that there's going to be lots of lovely stuff there. But because this is open paint,
yeah, I know, it's crazy.
We're not. That's going to have to dry, but I think it's going to be a very interesting little pull. Okie dokie.
That sounds personal, Effie.
All right, I'm just looking at all these. I'm thinking these are pretty good. I don't know. What about this one? Do you think this one? Maybe it needs a little bit. It's got some gold.
Okay, so here's my thought, and I gotta prep it some. So that means we're gonna do it. All right, here we go. Y'all ready? So if you watch Diane from the Messy Palette Australia, she has been her and Jen have made these portfolio type flippy book things. I tried to convince one of them folks to make me one and send it to me, but have not been successful to convince people to send me things.
So upshot, she's gonna have to make her own.
I'm gonna have to make my own. And then I was telling P this morning about it, and then I think what will happen, so that way we can kind of continue it on, and you know, plus there'll be some battles, which is always kind of fun. You know, we like to keep things a little dramatic over here at PMR Studio. In a good way. The good drama between P and I. I'm going to make the book. I'm going to decorate some of it. And then P's going to do her thing. Like, I'll hand it over there. And then whatever she does, I have to be okay with. And then whatever I do, she has to be okay with.
And I don't know if I'm going to like this at all. I already feel anxious. Because it's giving up control.
Yeah, she don't like that.
I don't like that, and sometimes Mariah and I kind of go to loggerheads on things like that. And this is where I say I'll just make my own. I feel manipulated, but I cannot. It's like when Van goes down to the kitchen. He really wants me to cook, but I don't want to cook. But he goes downstairs and starts rattling pots and pans, and I was just going to screw it up. Because if it's a really expensive cut of meat, I'm like, okay, I need to go down there and take care of this. But he knows that. But even though I know I'm being manipulated, I cannot.
Not, because, you know, it's the right thing to do.
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't not do it. Okay, everybody.
And Diane is only 50 subbies away from 2K. So go spread the Arty love. That's Cookie Wookie. She has put in Diane's channel link up there if you aren't subscribed. Now
I am subscribed.
She does late night things because she's over there in Australia. So, like, if you're up late at night here in the U.S. and need something to do, that's a great place to be.
This is a good place to go.
Mm-hmm. And Ann Lahr will be on later. What are you doing, Ann? You doing more? I'm kind of... We've kind of fizzled on our postcards. What I need to do... Okay. Oh, actually, I'm happy to say, though. I'm working on volume 3.
Well, we need to start sending some of ours off.
I know. We really do. And that's what
I got some places to send them, too.
I know. Me too.
Oh, Texas is just...
Yeah. We got lots of things to say, some representatives around here, and the things that they're doing and not really doing. So yes, that's the plan there. But we said we were going to do that off camera anyway, because that's not really the Arty interesting part of this, but that is their purpose for the Arty, for the hashtag makers art is patriotic postcard protesting. You don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know where you've been in the month of July or you're new here. There's a playlist. Ann Lahr has taken part. Eddie has got a video out. Those are the two channels that I know that have videos for the postcards. But then if you go over to Makers, there's more stuff there. Plus we have the printables, which I'm working on volume 3 because some folks have actually, supplied those, and I think there might be 1 or 2 that I need to either pull from Makers because they didn't email me. If you are one of those folks, please email it to me because then I may forget, or I also don't know that maybe you just want to post it in Makers. You didn't want it to be in the volume printable set that is available free on our website. So there you go. That's that information. Mm-hmm. Yes, I got yours, Lori. I've got quite a... I'm almost have enough for, like, I try to hit around 12 to 13 pages. That seems... It is a reasonable amount. It's a good amount, like, so the file size isn't hot mess crazy. And, a good printable set. Hello, Alice. All sorts of things. So we did a lot of glazing and color changing of things today. You've got 24 minutes to do whatever it is that you're doing with the Aromatic Musings. That is a stencil that has been altered but originally designed by Yolande. That's a Devon Rex for art.
Yo ho ho.
Yo ho ho. Can you straighten that up? Is it straight with the table?
Yeah. Pretty much. I don't know what Oh, it is really wonky.
So then the camera's wonky, or, yeah. Yeah, go the other way. The other way. That way. It's hard, and she's doing it with a delay, so she...
Hey, cigarette, you're just gonna have to live with it.
I'll live with that. That's livable. But I can sort of live with that. Mm-hmm.
All right. I don't... This is... this is depending on how you brayer it out.
Oh, Anne's going to show some new postcards today. Woo!
Some new what?
She's got some new postcards today.
Oh.
All right. And I've been trying to remember to post over Makers when you have a stream, but, like, some days, y'all. I will say we are all set to go with August new designs, so those will be coming out. We will show those on stream on August 3rd, because that will technically be our first stream of August. But things are ready, and I'm excited. And those things will then be utilized, I think, in our book. I'm going to try to hustle through that. I might even... It just depends on how today goes. I got a few things that I have to get done. Laundry's almost done, which is exciting.
Oh, that's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want that. I don't want that. I don't want that, Mariah.
Oh, and Maker's swap for August is mixed media paper dolls. Ooh. I'm for it. And I think the weirder the better.
Yeah, remember what I did some really weird.
Yeah, what happened to those? Those are in a book somewhere. the Valentine. They were around the Valentines. Remember that, y'all? Those were fun. Those are some good streams. Highly recommend that. There's some.
No.
Oh, you left. Oh, you left it. Oh, she ripped it.
And I ripped it.
That is a user error right there.
See that?
That does not ruin it by any means.
Doesn't ruin it at all. But I barely got it off of there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. These are the stamp offs of the roses. Okay, that's a good beginning. That's a good beginning there. Okay. I use this one a lot. But I really like this one when I'm doing, because it has such a small, and for some reason, I guess it's because it's got 2 hooking points on every.
Yes, and let me tell you, Estella is very thorough. That's what I love about her. I mean, she will come back, and because I think I had to say, hey, there are a couple little spots here that I might be worried about. And actually, her original design was a little bit different, and then she hooked everything together, and I was like, because I think it would make a really cool mask, because this would be one that you would cut the edges off of anyway.
Yeah.
And so it was cool to be able to, just have that as part of the design. So it's sort of altered, like, whenever she originally submitted it to, the work that she put into it to connect all of that and, make sure it was stable.
Yes. Okay, here is this wonderful color. This is one of the colors. I don't know that you need it.
But it's lovely to have.
But it's lovely to have. And, when I was doing the 3-part print with thorns,
mm-hmm.
one of the reasons that I was able to make that happen was because I didn't have any custom blended on the plate.
Yeah.
Colors out there, and it makes a difference, because if you use it straight from the bottle, it's going to be straight from the bottle, same this time as it is next time, and
right.
yada yada.
Unless of course something else is down there.
So there is that, and I think I don't know that I approve of their color description.
Yeah, we don't agree with that.
I don't.
It's periwinkle.
I think it's really quite wonderful. And we're going
but they haven't reached out to us.
Yeah,
Yeah, they call it violet gray. I see, and I just.
Okay, I think I'm going to be okay with this because it's going to paint to stencil, and the stencil is not new.
Yeah.
And the paper has paint on it, so I think I'm good to go here, even though I did leave this on there for a bit longer than I probably needed to. But that's what you get.
Yeah, so remember
more a little bit later.
I'm pretty sure it was back in February when we did the funky little doll things.
Yeah, I'll try to find those.
Yeah.
I know that they're in, and I think they're in my big book. Which I guess I need to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember that exactly.
It was a lot of fun. And funny.
Yes, it was hilarious. Hilarity.
Inappropriate sometimes. A little ever so slightly.
That's when I find things most funny, personally. Don't judge me.
Okay. Picking up the periwinkle.
Oh, look at Mo. She's on it. She says Mariah and the paper doll.
Okay. So, I want you to see this. See the print and look at the plate. Do you see why it picked up here at the top? Remember, that was almost totally
paper.
without paint. This down below all had some paint there.
So when we say paint to paint, and this is why it does not, paint will not pick up as much paint as paper will pick up paint. So if you want those distressy kind of this situation, you go paint to paint. It creates an interesting, not only like the amount of like pickup that you get, but there's a special texture that kind of comes from it, which also creates that distressed look.
I love orange in this color.
Yeah, and I think, didn't P make it with the, I'm pretty sure one of the creepy little, you know, the little king character, he was made with a playing card, right?
I think so.
It was February, y'all. A lot's happened.
A lot. I'm getting a dry paint situation here, and I'm just not picking up much. But look at that. I mean, I like it. Started out as black paper. Not very interesting. Okay. See what else we got here. Here's some really lovely brown.
Mo can't find the special stream where P added additional body parts. Yeah, I know. This is what's kind of crazy about our live streams, is that there's going to be like little portions, and I may or may not like include that like in the thumbnail, and it's hard to like get everything into the description afterwards.
Transparent red iron oxide, if you don't have that color in whatever, you need to get it, because they make it in different, you don't have to buy gold and paint, you can get other.
Well, and then I made little ones, remember little fairy ones out of Izzy, because I have that little picture of her. I made that for my one book.
I just want to get this in a solid
that
color.
Julie Torrance made for me.
Thing here before I start doing stencils on top of it, because I think it will be more.
So if you have cute little photos.
Instructive. Oh yeah. Weird little bobby heads. Weird little bobby heads.
You can do it from magazine peoples.
And we have this lovely white line over here. Let's see if we can get rid of that.
All right, Jenny says she's confused on how to use fluid acrylic paints. Well, it's just more about, again, like when we say know your paints. So, you know, number one, it's fluid. So it's going to be more watery. It's going to go down thinner. It also usually will react with the oils in your plate a little bit differently. That's why you get crazing, or some people call it selling, or, you know, whatever they call it. We call it crazing. One of the other things about fluid acrylics is that they dry pretty quickly. I find them to be wonderful for transfers. It can be a little tricky though, like you got to move it. It's all about timing and understanding those different paints and the amount of time it requires to get whatever technique done that you know that it's going to do. The other cool thing about fluid acrylics is that whenever you are doing a long haul, it's cool to intersperse those in your, you know, layers, because what it does is it kind of reactivates some of the paint that's already built up on your stencil. That's one of the pluses to making sure that you kind of have at least one or two of those as you're going along.
One or two.
And if you don't have fluid acrylics, you can kind of get that same situation going when you utilize, if you've done any additives to your other paints, making them more fluid. Even if you've added water. Now keep in mind, the more water that you add to a paint, it's going to break down its properties to actually, you know, be a acrylic paint. It makes it crusty and messes it up. But if you don't add too much, it's a great thing to do. You also might consider not using tap water because it will smell funky after a while. Utilize distilled water if that makes a difference to you. These are all things. Tips and tricks, y'all.
Or add a little Lysol.
Or add a little Lysol. This one over here does that.
I used to do that with my kids at school.
Mm-hmm.
Remember what that looked like? Okay.
Yes, because remember, that's what we had done. We had used, so P had used the angel face stamp from the Milagro, I think it's the Milagro set, Paula's, the little angel facey person. Plus then we have the drummers, the drummers. What am I trying? Nutcracker, thank you. See, I had to do that to get Nutcracker. My brain. Anyway, Nutcracker, and some of that was because we have some stamps with those guys, but then stencils and masks, because you can do flop offs and you can get the little faces, but then we cut them up and did different things with them. Hello, Kathy.
Okay, now see, look, we've got a good start there. Pull this up and let's see if we can get some color on this.
And welcome, those of you that have come in, do say hello in chat so we can say hello back. Give those thumbsy upsies if you haven't already, and if you're feeling like, hey, this stream meant a lot to me, I think it could get somebody knowed up about a few things, because we have dropped some tips and tricks in this one. Would you please share it with a friend, or over on the, you know, YouTubes or Facebook or your community tabs or any social media. If you want to send it in an email and a text, you can do that with that little share button. There's a little boop boop arrow, and then you copy that link, and then you drop it into your text, and you go boop, and then Mariah goes woo. Haven't done that one yet.
Wow.
It's coffee, y'all. Coffee. Oh, that looks cool.
Okay, so this is yeah, that's where we're going next. One at lost, what color to use? Red iron, transparent red iron oxide is your bestest friend. And the fluid acrylics are really probably one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Because they're just so useful. Number one, they're a great pull layer. As long as you get it down quickly.
Okay.
Because remember, if it's thinner paint, it's going to dry more quickly. And just because it's, I guess it has more water in it, I don't know. Less viscous matter. There you go. What do I have there? 5 minutes?
7.
7 minutes. Oh, well, heavens.
Can you do it?
World was created in 7 days.
All right. And it's Jameen? Is that?
No, I don't want to do that because I really want to give that a whole. Bringing down the house here with prints.
This particular one is the Black Eyed Susan Special, I think is.
And I really honestly thought about going around the edges of this. But the reason I didn't was because it's going to have some areas that are flippy floppy, like right here.
Then you terry it.
So I didn't do that.
Now you could cut into it, like you would have to sacrifice some of those edges. And because you have a nice thick part right above the top there, you could do that. That would be kind of cool. And I think there's enough there that it would hold it together.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Okay.
I'm not gonna buy in. I'm not gonna buy in on that right now.
Okay. Woo! Hey, all right, maybe we start making that a thing. If y'all say that you have shared it here in the chat, you will get a woot woot during the live stream. Thank you, Ro. He shared it.
Naples Yellow Extra. Opaque. And I'm going to go for the lines on the flop off here. So
careful.
Bless Joshy's heart. Sweet boy. But okay, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Now, do I have my other
Bless
one?
his heart.
Because I'm going to have two. I'm going to go with two here.
But he kept driving me crazy because I was like, all right, I just don't think he's understanding, like, the zone. Like, where to keep the paint. And he's, like, trying to cover the whole plate. And I'm just like, that.
Bless his heart.
Yes.
But you know, the thing about it is there is, when you're originally doing this, there are so many things to remember that it is extremely
You're about
difficult.
to get your little bell in there.
Oh, that's probably going to happen anyway.
Ooh, I don't know, Joan. That is interesting. Oh, that looks beautiful.
And I could do some rubby offy stuff here.
Kind of wondering if, here's what I would do, because it's probably like a browser specific thing. So if you go to a different browser and then create your US account, yes, and I was just about to say, and you probably need to use a different email because it'll tie in, because that's what's probably prompting it to do that.
Just trying to get up some of this extra stuff here that, you know, if I can do it now, then I won't have to.
Oh, change the flag at the top. There you go.
I will bring that back. I'm just trying to grab some more stuff here that I can get some interesting stuff off on.
So that's good. So Jameen, she says that, so question for all of you pros out there. Yes, that's all y'all. How long should it take me to complete 500 prints? The 5x7.
How many hours are you willing to put in?
Yeah, I mean, you can have that.
Couple days.
In a couple days.
Yeah.
It just really depends on.
It really depends on. Here, we're going to do a little.
Like this one over here, when she first started, I mean, she would just, like, all day long.
I would
print all day long.
And then I would wake up the next day.
And just like, my shoulder hurts so bad.
Oh my gosh. I'm so sore.
So she'd have to lay off a couple days.
I'd have to lay off a couple days.
Yeah.
Now you have to move along unless it's open paint.
Yeah.
Move along on this process here. Because that paint's not going to stay wet forever.
Hey, Bree.
And I just went ahead and did this because the back side was black. I thought, well, I've got a light color on mine.
Okay, well, you can give us the reveal and then we'll head on out. I got so much stuff that I need to think about getting prepped and ready. And I've already printed out my postcards for this upcoming
Check that out.
Exciting.
Look at that.
That's beautiful.
I'll probably, just use this side, not the other.
That's beautiful too.
So remember what this looked like?
It's always like one layer away. And then she'll add another layer, and then we got to put another 10 on it just to, remedy what that one.
And at this point, this is why I have paint on my computer up here. It's because these ones that you've decided that you're going to, do both sides.
Yeah. And they're both wet.
Mm-hmm. And
predicament.
Yeah, kind of a predicament. There you go.
That's how you do it.
I can roll it once it's finished, but look at that. Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
And you remember what this was? It was black brayer off. And then I flipped off some.
Join us tomorrow. I'm going to build a book.
Mariah's going to build a book. I don't know if I'm going to buy into this.
We're going to see how long she lasts to, participate in my book building. But, it's always fun.
It's always fun. And it may be that it lasts a good while, or maybe not.
She found other things to do.
Till then, look at this. Love you.
Like a
long haul.
bye, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye.